Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everyone. This is your buddy JayJen. So from my previous video, you all could tell I have been doing this Upper Assam ride till Lekhapani, Tinsukia. After reaching Lekhapani, we decided not to make a stay over there and wanted to push ourselves how far can we come back. It was an instantaneous decision me and my friend took in a couple of seconds. Then what? We rode back crossing Lekhapani. You could see the sun setting in the beginning of this video. That was Lekhapani. One fun fact was that when we started our journey from Dergaon, we could see the sun rise, and here we are making our return journey home, and we are lucky enough to see another sunset. The view of the setting sun was amazing to see. As we crossed Lekhapani Lidu and entered Margarita, the coal queen of the northeast, we stopped at the petrol station for refreshing up and stretching our bodies. We knew it was going to be one hell of a ride, and we got so much distance to cover in just one night. We never rode like this before. I mean, no stopping for rest. We just had one thing in our minds, that we need to be home before or at morning time. The journey was very challenging for me, as I was already riding for about 12 hours and more 12 hours to go till our destination. The job was difficult, but the spirits were high, and we continued our way towards Tinsukia town. We had a college friend there, stopped by for dinner, took rest for about 2 hours. By the way, we reached Tinsukia by 7 p.m. in the evening. It was a busy and bustling town, too much traffic to handle, and my body was under a lot of stress, but mind was filled with adrenaline. I kept looking at my partner's face and kept saying it's going to be difficult, and he says the same, looking in my face. But then both of us encourage each other and motivate each other that we can do it. After setting our focus and a bit of rest, we set out towards our home at around 8:30 p.m. from Tinsukia. The video that you are watching right now, the night part, was shot from Tinsukia town after we had our dinner. We got to see the night town of Tinsukia. It was similar to Guwahati but smaller in terms of area. We rode for about 30 minutes, filtering through the city traffic, and we finally reached the highway. So until 10 p.m. we met few cars, motorcycles along the way on the highway. But after 10 p.m. it was dead silence on the highway. Everything was just so dark around us. At some parts of the highway there were no street lights. But thanks to our headlight of the bike and thanks to my partner, we talked a lot while we were riding because there was nothing to see. All dark roads, closed shops, just a creepy dark night and a long way to go. As time passed, the temperature dropped and it was way too cold for us. Not that much cold like in the snow-falling states of other region, but enough to make our bones chill. The wind blast that we got made us shivery throughout the whole journey. Even in this dark, two friends on a bike riding back almost 500 kilometers and enjoying the cold, foggy, empty roads moved forward. It was so foggy that it looked like we were ripping apart through some kind of smoke. The visibility was barely about 50 meters or less. During this return journey, I was not keen on knowing what place I reached. I had only one thing in mind, to reach home as fast as possible. Sometimes the highway gets too quiet, and at times locations were like all darkness and two of us. Sometimes I get this scary feelings of seeing a ghost or something supernatural. Sometimes I get scared in my mind that nobody stops us and loots us in this empty dark stretch. My fingers were shaking. I was breathing very heavily because the fog just got very dense after midnight, and it was very, very tough to ride for me. I couldn't see the vehicles, those are coming in front of me. It was just like a small yellow dot coming towards me, and I could make a guess that a car or a truck is coming towards my direction. And also to tell you, this highway is not a 4-lane, so vehicles move in both ways, which makes riding very hard in this kind of weather. Me and my friend, we never have experienced this kind of thrill before. I mean, continuously riding all day, and now even riding through darkness. Having a bit of fear in our hearts of what might happen, and at the same time mind tells, let's see what will happen, how far we can go. So this was the scene. It was our ultimate test of mind and body. The darkness, the long empty highway stretches, the spooky feelings in our heart, and the bone shivering cold, and at times it was only the buzz of our bike and the nothingness around us. This kind of feelings all in one night gave us another level of thrill. It was by far the best adventure for me. As the night passed and the clock ticked 3 a.m., slowly sleep started kicking in me. I was unable to ride and see clearly what's ahead of me. I was seeing illusions of cars coming in front of me. Okay, so before I continue with my story of this night ride, let me interrupt in between and tell you something. So for the video that is playing right now, it mostly covers the stretch from Tinsukia till Moran. That was the only stretch on which I got to shoot clear video from my phone, because it was less foggy at that time and it was probably before midnight. The moment we reached Moran and crossed it, the night just got more tricky and unforgiving for me. As I said earlier, I could see only yellow dots of vehicles coming my way, and due to that a lot of foggy presence on the road, the video could not be shot from Moran till Jorhat. I'll share some pictures with you guys that we took during our short stops in between. Once we reached the end of this video, you guys can see it was daylight, and after that we took videos from a place called Mobanda, Jorhat till Dergaon. And on that video you will see how much fog I was talking about. That final part will be uploaded soon, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so now there isn't much to speak about this ride. I will add some music to this and let you guys enjoy this video. I hope I could make you feel that it's you who's riding through the night and not me. Hope I could do that through my video. Okay, so I think that's enough music for the video now. Let's continue the story that I was telling you guys about that sleepy thing that sleep kicked me. So let's continue about that, okay? That was my sleep taking over my body. My mind could not take it anymore. It needs a reset. So, by talking to each other, cracking jokes about life, and looking around the closed shops, the closed factories alongside the road, we moved forwards towards Dergaon. We passed through closed town of Dibrugarh, Moran, Dimo, Sibsagar on the way. We reached Sibsagar town at midnight and stopped to click a picture. After we reached Sibsagar town, we made a halt of around 10 minutes and then moved on till Tiok. After which sleep kicked in me so hard, the thing I told you before about. We took two small tea breaks after Tiok. It was very necessary for me. I felt like I would fall asleep the moment I closed my eyes. The part from Tiok till Dergaon was the toughest part because it was like 18 plus hours of riding for me. From Tiok, my partner rode the bike till Dergaon. Even my friend was having a minor headache and was feeling sleepy. By the time we crossed Jorhat, it was about 3:45 a.m. and it was only about 40 minutes ride to my home from Jorhat. But due to heavy fog, we reached home by 5:30. It took us almost 2 hours to cross about 30 kilometers of distance. So by the time we reached home, it was daylight and we were very happy. It was two sunrises and one sunset for us in 24 hours. We were more than happy with this ride. It left us with a lifetime of memories in our hearts. It gave us a sign that we are made for adventures like this. So I urge you all to get out from your busy life and do your own set of adventures. Set your own records, achieve them, and feel the satisfaction of achievements. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for being with me. Keep exploring.